Who's behind the scenes usually. I'm not a person who likes to be in front. So, anyways, it's always hard to talk about it. Okay. My name is Linda Byrne, and this is my first year out of chemo. It's the anniversary this month. What a wild ride back to my new normal. But here I am. I would like to talk about my journey during my first year out of chemo and how I made sense of it all. But before I start, I need to premise myself and say that my cancer story really began in January of 2016, when the buzz was to pick a word for the year. The word authentic kept coming into my head. I remember thinking, what? I'm not authentic? However, as January 2017 rolled around, the word genuine kept popping into my head. This time I asked myself to explore that word and not judge it. When chemo and radiation treatments were over and the dust cleared, I asked myself, why did this happen to me? And the answer came through observing nature, which is where I find a lot of inspiration. As you know, during the past spring, many communities were ravaged by those pesky gypsy moth caterpillars. The landscape was changed, just like what cancer does to the lives of those it touches. As soon as the gypsy moths were gone, I noticed caterpillars on my dill plants that I've never seen before. After researching them, I learned that they change into these gorgeous black butterflies with indigo at the bottom of their wings. Then lurking in my tomato plants, was a tomato hornworm. Have you ever seen one? They're the size of your middle finger, and they poop like elephants. Okay. Do you know what they change into? They transform into an amazing creature called a hummingbird moth, or a sphinx moth, depending on what you want to call them. Let's face it, cancer and chemo change everything. Nothing is the same. Not your body, your relationships, nor your outlook on life. Everything must be stripped away for the new to take place. After all, when in the chrysalis, the caterpillar turns into a gelatinous mess before it forms into a butterfly. Given this, I thought to myself, if a tomato hornworm can change into a hummingbird moth, then what will my change look like? What will manifest from my metamorphosis? I'm excited to find out. But first, I have to let go of an old version of myself that was my identity for so long. I need to allow myself to be authentic and genuine. The hard part for me comes on the faces of people who knew me before cancer and then see me now. The look in their eyes is sometimes more than I can stand, and the thought causes anxiety. You see, I aged 15 years in less than 6 months. But I refuse to be something else. And I find confidence through my desire to be authentic and genuine. Again, I am excited to see where this journey will take me, and looking forward to the new version of myself that is emerging. So I invite you to stay encouraged and to look for the path that your experience is pointing towards. Let's face it, there's no going back, only going forward. I need to thank my husband, my daughter, my parents, family, and friends for being there, and for my clients who stayed with me through the process. And I also would like to thank my donors. I think I raised almost $2,000. Please feel free to find me. I'm with the Victors. We're down at the end over there. And I will gladly show you a photo of a hummingbird moth that I took in my garden a few years ago. Enjoy your relay. Thank you.
Thank you, Linda. I'd like to say a special thank you to all the companies who have